Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is part 3. The gentleman I was trying to help needs a little bit more help, and I thought I'd go ahead and critique his whole thing. And anybody that's watching this, and if you've ever emailed me, instead of emailing me the screenshot, emailing me the Corel file, because there's a lot more information in there than you think might be, and I could look at things a little better, because it's a little blurry. One, the two ellipses are way off balance, like how thick it is over here and how thin it is down here. So I'm going to resolve that. And the other one is looking at this as on the picture on my phone, there's very little wood that's left to hold this. The hat's okay, but the cat and the broom need a little bit more wood. So this is probably what he did. If you take this ellipse, and either you can hit the plus key on the keyboard or your Control D, and if you try to expand it out, see how it does that? Well, don't do that. Hit the plus key and hold down your shift key, and then grab that corner, and it's going to make it grow from the center, and then make it whatever thickness you want. And then just go back, and I'm going to show him what he's doing wrong or what I think he's doing wrong. And then all you have to do is just take these away for it to leak in there. And so this is a little bit stronger than what you have. And on the broom, you've got two spots. Of course, I'm not going to fix that right there, but it's the same file. This is really too close. So what I would do is move that. I think we might have done that last night on the video. And that's pretty much it. As far as the Smart Fill tool, well, I need to do her hat. Take the virtual segment delete key and do that. And I think once again, we had this last night too, and that's easily fixed just by hitting that delete key. I think what he's doing on the Smart Fill tool is he's taking the Smart Fill tool and filling this in. Well, that's not what you want. You've got to think about the whole thing, and that's why we broke those parts apart. You need to fill in the ring, or you need to fill in the witch. So you've got, and then looking at this closer when he sent me a picture, I couldn't figure out what this was last night. That's her hand curled. You can see it when it's on the Clipart. And then just move your Smart Fill tool away. And then you can always left click, right click, and just make sure it's on a hairline. I'm opening somebody else's file and it's not. I draw everything in hairline. So there's your cut ornament, and just, add he did add a ringer. The place to hold the ring, that's just personal preference. I like mine a little more symmetrical. And by doing that, and I'm just going to go with it since I'm critiquing his item. See, now this is all one part, so I can hit P even though I'm much bigger than his page. I mean, I made it for the video 37 inches long. Let's make the whole thing just 4 inches. And here's the thing to learn. You need to have your ratio locked most of the time. So it's 4 by 4. And then when you work in the center of the page is an advantage, because if we're going to take this ellipse like we did last night and hit P, that's going to be in the center of your ellipse. So then hold down the Control key when you're moving it. And just, you've got it more like this. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but I like it like right there, strength-wise. I think it looks a little smoother. And then just take your virtual segment delete key and delete through there. And you could actually delete either one of these lines, but I would delete that one and then that one. And then just add your hole for your, and see, I normally draw in hairline, so that's, and if you're, by the picture that you sent me, looks like this is your shop. First of all, your shop's way too clean. Just kidding, but So if you're working out in your shop and you can, you know, measure holes and, you know, figure out what you're going to put down there. And, you know, if you're a woodworker type guy, then that'll work. But like I said last night, also take the Smart Fill tool and fill in the whole thing. And then that way, this is all one unit, left click, right click. Now I remember what I was going to say about his shop. If most of the thing you're going to cut out, and I'll just get to that. See, mine because I open people's files all the time and I get their file. If to set yours up, double click on the pen tool with nothing selected. I have nothing selected. Double click on your pen tool, graphic, and set it for hairline and then red, and then say okay, and then save it as default. And go to tools, and I notice you have 21, which is great. So that's save as default. Then every time, and then I'll make sure all these are checked. Then anytime you draw a circle, it'll be your hairline. Because if you're going to cut things out, you might as well draw it in a hairline. You can always make it a thicker line. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.